I'm gay, so what up?
I would ask the same exact thing.
I don't care. If you're gay, fine. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't care. I love it.
I am someone who agrees with fighting for their freedom. You know, I'm transgender, and you know, for me, you know, it's a fight every day. You know, just dealing with society, even here in the United States. So I think that they should, you know, fight. You know, that's how you get rights. You know, that's how you get civil rights. And by fighting, I don't mean, you know, in you know, an aggressive way. I think that, you know, fighting is just being out in public and just being yourself and showing people that, you know, you are.
As far as gay rights are concerned, a lot of what we heard with the Russian Olympics that happened this past year and other sort of discriminatory measures that Vladimir Putin has said about gay people, it sounds like Russia does not hold up to like the international standards like that even the United Nations want to stand for, and that like you shouldn't be discriminated against or have like your rights revoked because of your sexuality. So I would say I don't necessarily think that Russia is probably the best place for gay rights. So as far as having gay festivals in Russia, I think on one hand I think it's a great thing, because honestly Russia and Russians should be able to embrace that part of their culture. Like if there are gay Russians, they should have a place where they can like thrive and not feel like they're going to be attacked. But on the other hand, I also feel like in many ways, like as far as internationally, I don't think Russia really has like the right to host such games, because they've been so discriminatory. It would almost seem like, what right do you have to host those sort of things? I don't know.
I think gay rights in Russia, it depends on what part of Russia you're in and whose house you're in or whose church you're in or whose neighborhood you're in. But I think overall gay rights in Russia sucks because of the international catastrophe that happened politically for them as a bad PR thing when that band Pussy whatever riot or whatever they were got thrown in jail. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay, so those girls were loud and noisy and young, and all they wanted to do was have a fun time with rock and roll, and they were thrown in jail for being lesbians. That in itself is ignorance. You know what I'm saying? That has to do with an older group of people that are mainly men, older men judging youth culture. It's incorrect. There's a lot of young people in Russia, and most young people don't give a shit what other people think about what they're doing. They just want to be left alone to do their own thing, right?
Someone is a gay performing and they say something and they shouldn't be put in jail or locked up, or they shouldn't be beaten or hold hostage because they express themselves in a gay way.
Everything that happened during the Olympics seems like they're super against it. But on the other hand, they got to come around at some point. And so if there's not gay festivals, you don't see the good side of the gay community. So I think it's important that there are gay festivals. But I think it'd be dangerous. So it'd be good, but dangerous.
It might be dangerous because since it's outlawed, you know, you might get arrested, sent to jail, even maybe for life. So I think it would be dangerous, but again, it's their own right to express themselves.
In Russia, if you would go door to door, most people would say, I don't care. If you're gay, fine. It doesn't matter to me. It's only these old men that are in charge of these countries that only care about themselves. You see what I'm saying? It's a bunch of old aristocratic style, you know, they're used to getting their way. They can call people names, anything that they want to do, they get away with. And they're only men, you know, that are approaching, you know, 100 years old. Hopefully they'll all die soon, and you'll have a whole new group of people in government that will not care. Gay issues won't even be an issue. It won't matter if you're gay, you know. Things are changing everywhere, not just in Russia.
Russia isn't very friendly to gay population, GLBT, and I think it would be very dangerous to have gay festivals right now, especially with the unrest going on between Russia and the Ukraine and stuff like that. I think that it's probably not the optimal time to start to try to push that issue right now with all the unrest going on in Russia and over those issues. And what I've talked to friends of mine who came from Russia to hear, part of the reason they came here is because Russia isn't friendly to gay rights and all that.
Russia's not quite as progressive as some other countries. and I think it's just a amount of time before they, well, hopefully it's just a amount of time before they, being gay is a little bit more acceptable in Russia. I think there's a lot of other social issues in Russia right now that need to be addressed before they start looking at gay rights, because from what I understand, people in Russia don't really have some of the other basic rights that people have in some more liberal countries.
And how can you do that if you can't let go and learn how to integrate with other people socially and have a party, listen to music, talk, ask each other these questions.
A lot of what activists are trying to do in Russia and trying to fight for the good cause and try to show the rest of the world what they're doing, I think that's the most important thing that people can do. Obviously that's hard. So for those who maybe feel like they can't live in a country that is that oppressive, then maybe it would make sense to leave to another country. But if you do leave to another country, you bring your struggle with you, and you can let the rest of the world know why it is that you left your country, and then that allows more people to hear.
I think it's very hard because your rights aren't as guaranteed as it is here in America, and there's we even have gay marriage now. So I mean, we're fully more accepted in the general population.
I've seen videos of people, just being outwardly expressing their sexuality, and, they've been beat up and worse. So, I mean, with the state of, the general state of mind right now, I think it would be definitely dangerous to have festivals in Russia.
I'm 49 and I don't want to have a party anymore, but I'm not going to tell you not to have a party. I'm going to tell you fucking go have a great time. Have a party, and there should be nobody stopping you as long as you're not hurting anyone else, as long as you're not, in the way of something that's more important.
This Kiki is marvelous. So, oui, oui, no, no. Kiki, so, oui, oui, no, no. Kiki, so, oui, oui, no, no. Kiki, so, oui, oui, no, no. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors. Let's have a Kiki.
You have to fight to have peace, which doesn't really make sense, but you have to. And in order for things to be different, people and individuals have to come together, and they do have to stand up for each other and stand up for themselves to show that this isn't right, and that people demand their freedom and demand their rights, like a lot of people have done in the past. It's dangerous, but sometimes you have to go through that in order to get to a more positive outlook in life.